just a bloke in a bar.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the DMP. Before we get into it, do not forget, 22nd of July, Monday, 6 p.m, first ever jackets dropped, and also first ever green and gold hoodies dropped, and also green and gold shirts dropped. That is Monday, 6 p.m, the 22nd of July. Limited numbers as always, guys. Monday, 6 p.m, set your alarms, 22nd of July. Also, don't forget, it's always a good day when you have a good day.
Correct.
It's always a good day when you have good day. That's a tagline.
Yep.
You know what? For free. There it is for
There
you.
you go. He's there. I saw some green pubes there on Denon as well. He dyed those because of how much he loves the country, and I just think that's worth acknowledging.
Okay.
The man loves his country.
Yeah, I would say this. If you are sitting at home in the weeks leading up to the Olympic Games and you think, Jesus Christ, I want to support a man who loves his nation, you back D Camp because no one loves the nation more than Denon. Obviously, he watched the fucking Olympics wall to wall last time around. I would expect nothing short of that same sort of commitment this time round.
Absolutely.
So get your grand and your gold on puns and dribbles.
Yep. Trackies look hot.
Hearing Good Day, the unofficial vitamin of the Olympics. Hearing
Unofficial.
Yes, unofficial.
Absolutely. In
We
no
can't
way is
officially
it
say that.
tied to the Olympic Games whatsoever. However, I do have it on good authority that there's athletes taking it, and those athletes are almost certain to win gold.
Yeah. We can't name them either.
Essentially, whoever wins gold, you can basically assume they've had that.
Yeah.
You can be very certain.
Or nearly certain.
Yes.
You could almost be 100% certain that if you see anyone winning gold at the Olympics, that they are on the good days.
Well, there's margin for error. So if you want to be like the Olympians coming up, biggoodhealth.com.au, code dribblers, 20% off.
Almost certain, because what is something to be 100% true, you'd be surprised at how many things are actually not true facts, if you know what I mean.
What is 100% true, for
That's it.
example? What is 100%
What's
true?
the most true?
What is the most true?
The most true is the good day, the official multivitamin of the Olympics, but we just can't say that publicly.
You know what? I want to
More
find
certain
out
than death.
difference between a true fact and a fact.
To be honest as well, punters and dribblers, I just given the way the morning has panned out, haven't had my good day yet, and geez, you can feel it. You can feel it. It is fantastic for your energy levels.
Here we go. A fact is based something that is indisputable, based on empirical research and quantifiable measures. Facts go beyond theories. They're proven through calculation, experience, or there's something that definitely occurred in the past. Truth is entirely different. It may include fact, but also could include belief. So truth and fact, not the same thing.
Not
Is
same
that
thing, bro.
right? Interesting.
There you go.
There you
So
go.
it's a fact that
We're the number one multivitamin in the country right now.
that's
universe.
a fact.
Yeah,
Yes,
in the
universe.
In the known universe.
I was trying to be humble by just saying Australia, but it is the known.
Yeah, and you're a humble guy.
Go further. Say the unknown universe as well.
It's a good
The
point.
unknown?
Yeah. Shit, we don't even know.
We don't even know what's
You know,
going on.
other multiverses.
So
Thank
if are you getting deliveries from multiverse, like addresses from multiverses right now?
We are. It's a bit slower on
Put it
delivery
this way.
times.
How much does it
but-
cost? What's the postage?
Put it this way, this
You gotta bend
multivitamin
space-time.
is so good. It's so good, this multivitamin, that if there were other multivitamins up to it in the multiverse, they'd have to show up and say, fucking, I don't think so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they'd have to insert themselves into the conversation.
Yep. Okay.
Because the threat's so large. You know what I'm saying?
The likelihood.
Yeah.
The likelihood of you doing this in every universe that could possibly exist is almost 100% because it's basically a fact of life.
To deliver it though, across the galaxy, you just fold space time. So like obviously if we want to get from point A to point B, rather than just trying to go on a straight line, what do? You just bend space and time.
Is that Ozpost? Is that a service they offer?
Well, yeah.
I don't know if Ozpost
that
offer
Star
the
Trek?
wormhole
Star
at the
Trek.
moment.
No, we have to pay for that ourselves.
Oh, so you're providing the wormhole and they step through
Yes, because it is
New technology.
it's new technology and it's also technically possible.
Yep.
it. Yeah. I tell you what.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
If you want to have your mind blown on YouTube, there's basically a video about what is actually theoretically possible, with hundreds and thousands of years of technology exponentially getting better.
Oh, what could we do?
What is actually theoretically possible? And they reckon that, theoretically, you could create a machine that could essentially take all the particles in that exist and then recreate the Earth. Theoretically, you should be able to do that because obviously it has already happened. That is actually.
Is there, and this could be bullshit and probably something that we have almost undoubtedly covered already on this show, but that like theoretically you should be able to like if you just keep hitting the table at some point your hand will go through it because the particles will separate or some bullshit.
It's so improbable. The number is so large.
But the fact is that it would have to happen at some point.
No.
So it doesn't have to happen.
The numbers.
If there's a number, that means it's possible.
But there's not enough time.
That's
like
not,
there hasn't been
not
enough. But you're in. There was a video someone did about it, and it's the way that it was explained as to when the statistical likelihood of it happening is fucking so incomprehensible.
Well, it's basically what we're talking about here is erosion. That's what we're talking about.
Where you're just banging it so long until it just breaks apart.
We're thinking younger drive theory.
Yep.
We're thinking crater impacts.
Asteroids.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all connected.
No, you're right.
And so I do think that what wigs me out is the concept of infinity. Like, that wigs me the fuck out.
And it exists, but it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. And also there's different levels of infinity. That wigs me out.
That I didn't understand. I don't know how that's...
So like you can count to infinity, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can count to infinity 0.5, 1, 1.5.
So that would technically be a larger infinity.
Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah. I mean, look, we're getting deep here. This
Sand on a beach sort of stuff.
Sand on a beach.
You know when it's like when they try and give you an idea of like when you're younger and they're like, oh, you want to know how many stars are in the sky?
Yeah.
It's like more than all the sand on all the beaches in the world. And you're like, well, that blew my little 5.
I actually looked that up the other day. All the grains of sand on every beach in the world, that's not even close.
No, that's what they're saying.
It's not like a 1-for-1. They're not even close.
And there's like
that fucks me up. I'm like, that is so edge. Go down to Bondi, mate, and look how much fucking grains of sand are down there. It's insane.
And like one galaxy, there's billions of galaxies. So like
trillions.
Like trillions of galaxies, not trillions of planets or trillions of solar systems. Trillions of galaxies.
I hope you've ripped your cones today, punters and dribblers.
Because we're here to fucking rock and roll.
Oh yeah. Pretty much. We're just regurgitating information that's been said to us on podcasts by much smarter men.
And we love it.
Or just on Instagram tiles with no deeper information with which to sort of excavate. We just
like
sort of
Andromeda,
take it at face value.
Andromeda, which is it looks like the Milky Way. It's a spiral galaxy, but it's like 4 times as big. It's 2 million light years away, and it's the closest. 2 million light years.
Like, that is...
And it's the closest.
Bro, you know what?
That's fucking insane to me.
It blew my mind as a kid when I was taught that, like, a star could explode. If it's 200 light years away, it'll take 200 years for us to see the star explode, but it's already happened.
Everything you're looking at in the night sky is looking back
in the past.
Looking back in the past.
And then so I was always used to wig out because I'm like, so if we took a telescope and went further enough away from Earth, we could like see when Jesus walked or like see the Roman Empire. Like that to me is just like craziness.
No, it's insane.
It's insane.
How about imagine raw dogging a flight from Earth to Andromeda? That would be tough.
Let's talk about this
2 million,
raw dog.
2 million light year raw dog.
Dude, what raw dogging?
Where's this come from? This raw dog?
Have you seen the raw dogging?
I've seen the raw dog.
Yeah,
so
someone started it.
For people lilistening, basically men out there and women are
I
getting
bet you it's
I haven't seen any women do it.
Look, I'm just trying to be inclusive.
Listen, I think we can all acknowledge safely on this one that this is a stupid man who's come up with this.
Fair enough.
I respect it.
I was just trying to include women in our stupidity. That's all.
Hey,
that's all.
Well, I don't want to put them on our fucking dumb level.
Yeah,
that would be disrespectful to them.
Fair enough. Basically, what it is men, allegedly, sitting on flights, no music, no talking, no TV.
No water,
nothing. And also, like, there's been some controversy. Some say looking at the screen and watching it fly is actually cheating.
Yeah. Because there's some distraction there.
Because it's a distraction. You are actually watching something. But look, we don't want to get in the weeds of the depths of raw dogging. But that is what raw dogging is, essentially. Now, boys, I would love to hear what's going on with the raw dogging.
Have
you been raw dogging?
I haven't raw dogged. I mean, listen.
I have.
I've raw dogged by accident. You know what I mean? Like where maybe like, or back in the day.
Accident.
Remember back in the day?
When have you raw dogged?
No, but as in like when you're younger and you go on a plane, like before there was like, sometimes I remember going on flights and be like, when you had like the one screen that everyone would watch the movie on and you'd pop your headphones in. Yeah. Or the one that like everyone would get the same, like a pop down, but you'd all be watching the same shit. Then there'd be times you get on there and it's like, the screen's not working, sorry. And you're just like, holy
the soft serve machine at Macca's never working.
And you're like, what is going on here? And you have to just sit there and deal with it. Pre-headphones and shit.
Yeah, but you can sleep and you can talk to someone. You can look out the window. You
can read a bunch. That's fair.
You can go to the toilet.
Fair.
Like these fuckers are just sitting there staring, No toilet, no fucking talking, no food, no looking around.
A friend of ours said they saw a rugby league legend in Peter Sterling doing a raw dog. If it was only from like New South Wales to Queensland, but basically just watched him get on a flight, sit there and just like,
Yeah, he raw dogged.
You know what's weird is like we're so messed up and so sick in the head. We're basically calling meditation raw dogging. Like,
but is unconscious meditation, or is that just boredom? And not that there's anything wrong with being bored. Maybe kids need to be bored more
because I
these
think
days.
the raw dog is implying you're getting into you're trying to get into a meditative trance to a degree.
It's funny how men like don't want to seem like they're meditating, and so they come up with this completely absurd way. Just like,
That's what I mean.
Yeah, dude, you got a raw dog, and then eventually like you stop realizing where you are. And
It's like it's meditating. No, it's not. It's fucking. That's for pussies.
Well, it's actually the first couple I saw, it was they were linked to meditation, and now it's sort of taken on a mind of its own. At least that's the way it seems to me. Where
the
motherfuckers
internet.
is going on there and raw dogging these things. I've seen blokes do 17 hours
Yeah.
allegedly.
Allegedly too. It's all alleged. Who's recording it?
Well, exactly. Like, and what's the
17 hours
Come on,
is
bros.
fucking unbelievable.
No, it's disgusting.
It's seriously disgusting.
But there's people on the internet that are doing 24 hours just staring at a clock. Have you seen that?
okay.
Just staring at a clock,
That's
24
sick,
hours.
that's sick in the head kind of stuff.
That is, dude. That's
to
so
get
fucked
followers.
up.
I'm like, that is torture.
Oh my god.
Could you
Yeah, I
imagine
know, that's
watching
it. For
every
followers
minute
as well, it's
Even
like,
an
what do you-
hour would be.
You know what's the weird
fucked.
thing
How
about
do you leverage the followers you gain off something like that for anything
Well,
meaningful afterwards? Or do they just follow you, watch you raw dog for the rest of your life? Is that what
I think
is that your career?
You get them and then they just fucking.
You're the raw
go
dog
away.
guy.
Yeah.
I will say the internet has created an environment where bad ideas don't stop between two stupid people, if you know what I mean. Like, if you're in a village and you started bringing up raw dogging or something along those lines, most of the rest of the village will go, yeah, and it just sticks to that village. Like, you're just a fucking stupid village. Whereas now, you've got a whole internet to just push these crazy ideas.
And dudes just like to do dumb shit and push it as far as they can.
Is this the new planking?
It's different to planking even. It's more
Have we
intense.
had
At
one
least
of the-
planking you get. I mean, you get mental fitness from raw dogging to a degree.
Have we had one of these? You know, what was it? Not planking, where they go and lay on stuff.
That's planking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's planking.
Yeah.
As
But you
opposed
don't
to
lay
like
on there,
a-
but you don't lay there for like forever. It's just like get a
People
photo.
actually died in planking.
What I'm saying is this just another dumb internet thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And what have we had since planking? What's been in between?
It's a good question.
that is a good
There's
one.
definitely been something.
Gangnam
surely.
Style? Is that before or after?
Gangnam Style was after planking.
That was a song.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I tell you what about the Hawk Tart girl?
Hot
Hasn't
tour.
Hot tour.
Hasn't that just like what?
Yeah. No, that's taken off.
Like, she's rich and famous now.
I saw
well,
it
I hope
today.
she is.
She signed a deal with a manager and everything, like in like Hollywood. Or whatever.
Yeah. I hope she actually makes money though. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, because it's flash in the pan. But she's
Well, what's
what
her
she's got
Instagram?
on her side is
Did
that
you get her
she's-
Instagram followers up?
She's
How many
hot.
she got?
No,
and she seems like kind of funny. She's got some charisma. So like you can parlay hawk touring into something potentially, hopefully.
She only has Snapchat. She doesn't have any socials.
No, she's got it now. I think she's got the gram now.
Okay, I'll have a look.
Could you have a look?
Hayley-
I tell you what, there's
Something
something
well.
mysterious about that. That actually might play into the Hawk Tart mystery.
Well, the whole thing was like when they couldn't find her, they're like, oh fuck, she went off Instagram after it went big. She was like, no, I actually was off Instagram before it happened.
Tell you what, her dating life the rest of her life is going to be tough.
Well,
Well, if you don't,
be like,
if you don't have your thang spat on, you might be disappointed.
You're going to be expecting too much.
Is that too much?
No, you are going to be expecting
Well,
that.
look, just get to know her, respect her first. Don't
Yeah.
only love her for the Hawk Tart.
Hawk tour.
Hot tour.
Obviously.
Oh, fucking, I
Oh,
thought you.
right. I was like,
trying to add Aussie
this
slang.
guy's
This
not
guy
getting
doesn't
it.
know how to
Yeah,
say
no,
it.
he's not getting it. I saw her in an interview today. She was like, I want to be known as more than the hot tour. I'm like,
Sounds reasonable.
I think that's completely reasonable. However, there's work to be done.
402,000 at the moment.
There you go.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
great
huge,
stuff.
dude. That's absolutely
Respect
massive.
that. Respect the
I
fuck out of that.
respect it.
Does becoming an internet meme terrify you?
On that level, it does. That'd be fun.
Have you
That would
seen
be
the
scary.
sweaty? Have you seen the sweaty munted
Mykonos.
guy in Mykonos? He's like,
I probably have.
Cut it in, Matty. Just cut it in.
Well,
Just him like
so good.
fucking sweaty.
Is he
He's-
old?
No, he's like
maybe
30s.
mid 30s, maybe.
Just gurning his ass off. Like
Is it recent
so
or is it
munted.
quite old?
Maybe 5 years old.
Yeah.
maybe more.
I probably. Does he have a backpack on?
No.
No,
Okay.
he's insanely
He's got his shirt
munted.
open. He's so munted. He's got the
Sweaty.
dirtiest look on, and he's just like
grinding.
grinding.
Having a
It's
good time.
hilarious.
He's having a good time.
He's having a great time.
Doesn't look like it, but he
like
is.
if you had a big old Larry and then you wake up and that's on the internet, you'd be like, holy fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
Imagine just scrolling through it, and every video is you.
The only thing I could say is he's so munted in that video that there's a chance that he doesn't look a lot like that. Like in real life? Like obviously you'd be able to tell people who know him would know him.
I've seen.
But
I've seen
hopefully
this
like
video.
if he was just walking down the street, people wouldn't be like, are you that mega
Yeah,
guy?
I know what you mean. As in he's so off his guts, it's changed his face completely.
It looks like it.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd have to get a new haircut for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, the internet. Beautiful place.
It's a beautiful place.
It is a beautiful place.
dude.
It's a cesspool.
Yeah.
Humanity. Alrighty, the great Roosters, the Roosters great Chad Townsend has signed. I'm
Yeah.
going to say great. I'm going to say Roosters great. Chadwick Townsend has signed from the Cowboys to the Roosters. I actually love this signing. I think it's a great signing for the
I
Roosters.
like it. I was shocked by it. Like it wouldn't have been on my bingo card necessarily, but like whether he comes down there and just sort of collects a paycheck and boys some halves, you know what I mean? Like gets them going and imparts some wisdom and knowledge, much like he did in the NQ. Who the fuck knows? Like, or if he comes down and plays and rips. But I like it. 1 year sort of swan song in Sydney.
How long's Kiri got left?
He's retiring.
He's retiring this year.
Yeah.
Okay. And then has Connor Watson re-signed beyond this year?
Tell you what, he's hot property right now. He's so hot.
He's until the end of 25.
I heard
I say
strong
he
rumours.
must have signed a 1 year extension.
I think he did, yeah.
Strong rumours, who the people, and rumours strong enough to know them that they were fucking full on fact. That's all I can tell you. But he was like a bee's dick away from coming to Manly at the start of this year, and then
Ooh, Manly Beaches,
and
Connor
then,
Watson's shirt off.
and then you know what Manly said?
Not interested.
They go, oh mate, you haven't played for a while, so like we don't really know. Like we haven't seen anything of you.
yeah.
And you're
what
like,
about
well,
the
hang on,
10-year
hang on,
career?
aren't we? Like I thought this whole competition had been televised for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Has it not?
Holy shit.
Has it not been televised for like 50 years?
Well, you got to be watching though. Just because it's on doesn't mean you're watching. That's the thing. You can't fall. You can lead a horse to water, but you
Yeah,
can't make
maybe,
them watch
maybe it
rugby
was
league.
they actually just haven't been watching
just haven't
rugby
been
league for
watching
10
the
years.
Right. Okay.
Because you guys you wouldn't. I don't think you could use a utility right now. I don't think that would suit you at the moment.
No,
Bro, we don't believe in utilities.
no. Well, we've got Lehigh Hopewade on the bench. Who's a weapon, by the way. It's not a knock on Lehigh. I
He
love
is a
Lehigh.
weapon. But can you walk me through how you had an opportunity to give Caller some reps at the back there?
Yep.
Instead, you put Hopewade there. Now Hopewade's 14. Unless he gets brought in game day, then that'll answer our questions. But I want to know why not give Caller some opportunity to learn and get better at the fullback position since Tommy's been out.
Because we had a 19-year-old by the name of Lehigh Hopewade, and fuck off. That's why. That's it.
You reckon that's what he said? He just said, fuck off.
Fucking shut up, man.
It's strange to me that now that Tommy's back, they've made that switch. Whereas I probably would have put, I might have even thought about leaving Lehigh where he is and then put Garrick on the wing.
That's what I thought was
That's
gonna
what
happen.
everyone thought.
And drop Tommy Talau.
And Tommy
Because
Taylor's
he's
been
been
playing
great.
well.
Yeah, but
But that's a sign of a good side, right? You can drop someone who's in form
that's
because you've
a
got
good
to
problem to have.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done.
I
I
don't
find it
understand-
interesting that Lehigh, who's been there the whole time, is now removed and Cooler goes back.
But we've
there.
also got Lehigh and Carl Lawton on the bench. Like, does that...
Carl Lawton of 7 fame.
Well, he's a generational halfback Carl Lawton. But, like,
Better
obviously
than
Carl
Humphries?
can play hooker, he can play back row, but
Better than Humphries.
Well, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Wayne likes Humphries, though. But that doesn't... Wayne doesn't...
Well, I know Wayne likes Humphries, but I like Lawton.
No, so do I.
I like Lawton.
I actually do like Lawton.
Humphries
But-
can go and fucking sit on it
Yeah,
and
he
twist
can.
because Lawton's a 7-7.
I didn't even think he didn't actually end up playing 7 though, did he?
No,
No,
He's named in it.
Talau might have played
Yeah,
7.
Tommy Talau played 6, Brooks
6,
played
Brooks
7.
played 7. He was playing... He tricked him. He tricked South.
It was a good trick.
It was a good trick. We didn't score a point.
Threw us all off.
Look, I tell you what, Souths were rattled.
Yeah, they were.
But Tommy Teller, yeah, he was in the 6 or the
I
7.
like Tommy Talau
But
as well.
Humphries, like, he's no good. That's why Wayne wants him. He doesn't
He
have
wasn't
an eye.
very good in the preseason games either.
No, he hasn't been.
That's why
fucking,
Wayne wants him. Wayne's lost it. He's getting too old.
Player
Wayne.
of the year last year in Flegg or some shit. Got man of the match actually the weekend that we had Carl at 7.
At 7 as well,
yeah,
didn't he?
yeah. Set up. He scored 18 points. I think. Set up 4 tries.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
handsome as all hell.
Yeah, it was like a biblical performance. I think it was described as.
Yeah, Jersey Flag Player of the Year last year for...
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plays player, whatever.
Listen,
Fuck him off.
Fuck him off.
Fuck him off. Don't even give him a shot in the NRL. Fuck him off to South.
Fuck him off. It's interesting because I think that Ruben Garrick's just made to be a winger.
You know what I want to do, boys? And I don't want to get too political because we're not politics guys. I mean, you actually are. You are big politics guys. I want to cross
We're
the
big
aisle.
state politics guys. Is this federal stuff?
this might be federal. Okay. It's interstate.
Okay.
I want to cross the aisle. And I just want to put out a branch and say, we're both shit this year.
We're better than you, mate.
Okay, are you?
Yeah.
All right.
I
Why
do.
is
Look,
that?
I appreciate that.
Like, I'm trying to cross the aisle.
No,
right
no,
now.
I do.
No, I appreciate you
And
being
you're
honest.
not
for once.
reciprocating.
It's a nice gesture, but I also, like, we're not that bad. You know what I mean? Like, we're not good. We're not Broncos bad.
Really? Okay.
What are you getting up
Yeah,
against?
what are you doing here? It's
Well, I mean, we're essentially, like, we're one
I'm just
point away
checking
from
the
each other.
I think it would be fair and reasonable to say.
trying to cross the aisle here.
I appreciate you crossing the aisle.
I think it would be fair and reasonable to say it hasn't been our year so far, but there's still work to be done.
Yeah, I think we'll make.
And miracles.
I'm confident we make the finals. Like, that's obviously I am that every year, but like, I actually think when we have our full complement of stars on the park, our full galaxy of stars, if you will,
Yeah.
we're a finals football team.
Full grains of sand. If you
Full,
will.
yeah, exactly. Our full beaches full of sand.
Yeah.
I think we play finals. Do we win the comp? You got to be in it to win.
Okay, so me crossing the aisle just then to say, look, yes, there is hope for both of us. I agree there's hope for both of us, but I felt like if we shared the pain of not a great season, that it may be lessen the blow a little bit, but you're not willing to go with me.
Oh, we are, because,
I'm
but not really.
Well, all
Like,
right.
we sort of are.
I appreciate the gesture.
I
though.
tried,
It's
I
a
tried.
sweet. No, it's a nice gesture.
I thought it was a sweet gesture
It's
coming
a
in.
very
Put it
nice.
this way, I will acknowledge that we are at this point in time ahead of you on the ladder, and that we are both not in the 8, but that will change quickly because I don't know if you've heard, but Tom Trbojevic is back.
Okay.
Playing in the centres,
Yeah.
which seems like an acknowledgement of something.
Well, listen, I don't even know what it is.
I don't know what that is.
Because I'm just like,
It's an acknowledgement of something.
but like hamstrings can tear no matter what. I know you maybe run less ground, right? But
That's what it would be.
That's what it is.
but it's not about like full speed, top speed, fucking into space.
You get to top speed less often.
Yeah.
You would run less Ks. So a lot of the hamstring injuries are from fatigue. So fatigue in the muscle. So they would have looked at the figures, and I've been saying for quite a while, put him at centre and just like get through a season, and then you put him back to fullback, or get him to finals, and then you pull the trigger. But you would run, and look, it may have changed significantly since I was playing, but you're looking at like two Ks less a game, which is pretty substantial.
That's not nothing.
And also your repeat high-speed efforts would be substantially lower. So you're reducing the chances of doing a soft tissue injury if you're reducing your Ks in your legs and reducing repeat speed efforts.
So is he then done at fullback?
No, not at all.
It's just getting him back in.
It might just get him back in and just get his body like almost like get him back to a state of like being durable to a degree. Balance his body back out. Get used to the amount of work he does through. Get like slowly build him up to that. It may have changed, but I think it used to land around the 8 to 9 kilometres for a really active fullback. Whereas at centre, he's probably looking at around 5 to 6, I'd say.
Yeah.
And so I reckon they've just, which is weird because like it was only a few weeks ago they came out and said when it was posed him, do you want to put him back at centre? They were like, oh, we've looked at the numbers and they're not that different. So I don't know whether they said that to try and remove themselves from the headlines, but they ended up doing it anyway. So I think it's smart.
Look, we are...
Something needed to be done.
Some need to be done. The facts are the facts. We are ahead of you on the ladder. And I wanted to jump across the aisle as well, actually. It's just funny you did it first. But I wanted to reach out and go...
Lead by example.
Well, it was like I wanted to like reach down the ladder and be like, it's all
Oh,
good.
you're helping hand up.
Well, I'm not going to pull you up. I'm just going to shake your hand and be like, it's all good, brah. You were in the grand final last year and now you are tumbling down to like 4th last, but like, it's all good. It'll get better.
Okay. Even though we beat you last time we played?
Different time,
Different time of season. Different time of year.
Okay. Are you guys in finals footy mode?
Yeah.
Well, not yet. After Origin, that's where you start looking. We've still got another game. There's business unattended to, mate.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Well, I just let the record show I tried to cross the aisle, and big politics
And he was
guys, they're
Narbrad.
still politicking.
Yeah.
We always so negative about politics and the way they act, and unfortunately, you boys are acting like politics right now.
Let the record show that you were Narbrad.
Yeah, let the record show.
Well, like,
I'm trying
it
to.
would have been nicer if you'd been above us and done it, but unfortunately, there's no room
It
for
just
you
seems a
above
bit
us.
desperate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
okay.
felt desperate.
See, I still think we're a better side, so I do think that I'm like reaching down to help
Do
you
we
out.
play again this year?
I'm not sure. because we beat you last time we played. We're a
It
better
doesn't
squad.
count at Magic
No, it
Round.
doesn't.
You're on
Magic
your
Round's
home
not a
Because you
real
used to,
round.
Manly don't get Magic. We worked that out a few years ago.
It's just not a real round.
It's not a real round. It's a fake round.
It's a gimmick round. So
Oh,
like,
hang on. Oh no, that was someone else.
Look, I was trying to take the nation forward by going across the aisle and showing unity to the rugby league community, and I just want the record to be shown that you don't want unity.
You don't play each other.
Okay.
I don't want unity. No,
You don't want unity? Okay.
Fuck you and fuck
Yeah.
the Broncos.
Oh, wow.
With respect, though, I'm also reaching down. Like it'll get better one day.
Yeah,
but
okay.
you might be on your way to a spoon.
All right, just hopefully you make the finals this year. Unlike, was it 2 years now? How many years?
2021.
Well, it'll be 2 years if we didn't.
Since 2001.
2021.
So yeah, this will be our third year if we don't.
It's third year, no finals.
Well, that's if we don't make it this year.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
That would be
Keep fingers crossed.
scats.
Fingers crossed.
No, fingers crossed.
Checking there, can they do that? Like, will they run out?
Who Manly? No, Manly don't. No, fingers crossed.
So Chad Townsend, eh?
Chad.
Also, use code BEST for $7 off Menulog this week, as he is our hungriest player. Code BEST, $7 off. Download the app, takes 2 seconds. Also, Kay has got you covered this footy season with every game, every round live and ad break free during play.
Okay.
Some key games this weekend include Cowboys Manly, Roosters Dragons, which are exclusive to Fox League and available on KO, plus the grand final rematch Broncos versus Panthers, which is live and ad break free during play. There's plenty of room for everyone, so get on board with KO. Now also available on Hubble. When you hear Hubble, do you think Hubba Hubba?
I used to love Hubba
telescope.
Hubba. I used to love Hubba Hubba.
Hubba Bubba?
Did you?
Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba.
But Hubba Hubba used to old men used to say like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
Hubba Hubba.
Hubba
When I saw a
Hubba.
pretty woman.
Yeah, what's that from?
I don't know.
Yeah, Hubble. That Hubble. I think of Hubble Space
Telescope.
which has been usurped.
By?
The James Webb.
Oh.
James Webb, far more powerful.
And so what, is Hubble just floating around there now?
Yeah,
Just-
they still use Hubble, but it's inferior.
right.
Playing reserve grade right now.
It's playing, so it's bush footy.
I didn't realize what Hubble was, and I still don't entirely, but it's like, it's not
Telescope.
a subscription. No, the fucking...
Oh, Hubble. It's like
It's a box with everything in one.
it's like Telstra TV, but it's the upgraded version.
But like, you can talk to it and shit. Sebo swears by it.
We've just got everything in one, so you don't have
it's
to
like
go
a
through
better
to
Apple TV.
Okay, I've never had Apple TV, so...
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, cool. I want a new TV.
Yeah.
Can you get a TV sponsor for this show, and then we all
Mate,
get fucking
you're the one.
Plazzies?
These are the ones with bloody
Fuck
1,000
off! You got
podcasts.
you got 1,000 sponsors.
Yeah.
What?
No,
Get
it's
us
got more
a couple of,
sponsors than
get
you.
us a couple of Plazzies,
You literally
bruh.
have multiple podcasts.
We sit here for about 45 minutes going through ads.
Can we get a couple of Plazzies going?
What's up, bro? Can you give me a Sony or something?
A Sony.
Yeah.
I need you guys to get sponsored.
No,
Big sponsor guy.
You're the Plazzy dude.
You guys are the unofficial multivitamin of the Olympics.
Yeah.
That's a good point, but we can't make any money off that officially, so we can't afford Plazzies.
Well, money.
is it plasma or even the TV you want these days? Is it like the OLED or some
LED and
bullshit?
OLEDs and that?
I don't know.
Anyway, dental or no?
Yeah, Dental will get us one. You got a spare?
How many
Knocking around the
podcasts you
mansion?
boys got now?
Huh?
How many podcasts you boys got now?
One, Hubsport.
Yeah, Hello Sport.
Was it 3 or 4?
Hello Sport. Home of unqualified opinion.
I won't revive. Bias.
Just flying under the radar.
Hey, where's this fucking...
What do you mean? You're the one coming to me first. I'm just returning
We
service.
just want some Plazzies, man.
No, Plazzies are done. You don't want Plazzies.
fucking, I don't know.
Get him a
dude.
Plazzy, be cheap. Won't cost you anything.
Mate, I think he's can afford a bloody Plazzy.
Well, sounds like I can.
We got to pick that TV up.
Shit, we actually do. We actually...
What? So you have a TV scene that you haven't picked up and you're trying to hit me up for Plazzies?
We bought it like 2 weeks ago.
That's how they're rolling in it. They don't even know they have, what, $2,000, $3,000? Oh, my God. I tell you
That's
what.
embarrassing.
Wow. Holy shit.
That
I don't
poor
know.
telly.
That telly's just sitting
Dude,
there.
it's fucking devastating. He's so upset.
How much?
Yeah.
Tell me how much the telly was.
Well, that's... yeah, you don't
How
get
many
to tell.
inches?
55?
Yeah, nothing outrageous.
Nothing crazy.
Not
Nothing,
this
nothing like that fucking thing. What's that,
It's
95?
it's for our office.
It's for your office?
Yeah, our other office.
That's 100 inches there. Tell you
that
what,
100 inches?
watching Origin on that was fucking
you feel like you're in the
unbelievable.
game.
So good. Speaking of Origin, boys.
Yeah, bro.
KP, Kalen Ponga is back. Named to
Yep.
return this week. Mm-hmm. Do you reckon Billy Slater puts him on the bench for Queensland? And does that scare you?
Is that... But who would he...
Well,
I
if,
guess
if
like-
Kate Well got dropped,
Yeah.
he'll be bringing
Yeah.
potentially KP in. Because Dane Gagai will most likely replace Coates.
Yeah.
Most likely. Unless it's like Philip Sammy or something like that.
If he comes back and rips and tears, then it's like, you know.
And then Cobbo for Hammer.
I'd assume.
Yeah,
Hammer,
yeah.
Hammer might be back. Hammer's
Oh,
sweet.
okay.
I think Hammer's sweet.
Really?
So then wouldn't it be Cobbo for Oates? Coates?
Potentially, if Cobbo has made himself available. I think he might have.
He came out the other day
and
and
said he is. It'd be either Cobbo or Gagai.
What do you mean made himself available?
Yeah, what's that about? Did he make himself unavailable?
Yeah,
I
game
thought
two.
I thought he was just injured.
No. He was mentally wasn't like they're mentally.
Oh, I thought he wasn't picked. Did we talk about that? I did not hear that.
No, so he had a few things. Like he's playing with pain-killing injections. You know, they had the week off, like it was their bye round, and also he just said he wasn't mentally ready to deal with Origin.
I did not hear that.
No, I missed
Really?
that.
Wow. No, I didn't.
Missed that, dude.
Yeah.
And I digest a lot of fucking Origin
You got
content.
your ear to the ground too.
I'm surprised. Anyway, Kalen Ponga, if he comes out and rips and tears, it makes it very difficult to leave him out, especially because you got absolutely fucking humped into the earth in game 2 and you're scared as shit.
We won the second half, didn't we?
Mate, Ashley Klein won the second half. I think we all
But he
know
didn't win
that.
the first one.
Did you listen? You saw Billy in the post-match press conference, rattled.
Yeah, he didn't know where he was.
Yeah, I will say he did seem a bit rattled.
He has got you know what he's caught? He caught what Freddie caught.
Yeah.
He caught what all Origin coaches catch.
Sourpuss syndrome.
Sourpuss syndrome.
Oh, come on.
SPS.
Yeah.
Come on now. I tell you what.
It's a thing.
I reckon Origin coaches' lifespan is 3 years max.
Yeah.
Because they catch sourpuss syndrome.
I don't
Sure,
know
you
about
just get
that.
over it.
The only one that didn't catch it was Mal Meninga.
Because he won all the time. That's if he lost all the time.
What's
like,
Billy done? He's won 2 series from 2. He won a fucking game one in Sydney, and he's got
saying-
SPS.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying he has SPS. I'm saying
He's got SPS.
I'm saying that it's a 3-year reign. If he wins this series, just ride off into the sunset on one of your nice horses.
Oh, so
I
you're
reckon.
kicking him out now as well.
Because he's got SPS,
Yeah,
but he
I
won't
know.
admit it. He's like the Democrat
Matty, did
Party
I say
with
this
fucking
before?
with
Joe
Joe
Biden.
Biden.
Did
it's
I
like,
say
no,
this?
he's fine. He doesn't have Sourpuss syndrome.
Did
and then
I
he
say
comes
this
out.
before the series started?
Yes. Yeah, no, 100%.
Look, we don't,
There you
no,
go.
of course,
There you
Matty's
go.
going to say that. He's going
Matty-
to get bashed otherwise.
Matty, does Billy Slater have sourpuss syndrome? Yes or no?
You know what?
Oh, no. This is the way.
No. It is. He's mirroring Freddie like big time because
Yeah.
Freddie.
Sourpuss syndrome.
Because Freddie.
Except Freddie was losing.
Yeah, but Freddie was winning in his first
Freddie
2
started
years.
getting it after. He won his first 2 series. And he
I
started
think
to get it.
I
you
think
mean
we're going
that's-
a bit up. We're jumping the gun on the Sourpuss chat. He's lost one game.
That's what we're saying.
He got it like the series is not over.
So
boys.
why is he so sour?
It's been
He was-
one. It was after one loss.
Nah, because he was
he was
sour
sour
pre-series.
before. He was sour pre-series.
His first press conference when he's like, when he named the team and he's like, he's picked Hopgood instead of Fafita, and they're like, oh, what about Hopgood? Is he a fucking full, 80-minute player, or is he this or that? And he's like, I've fucking watched the games, mate. Yeah, and I was like, oh, Jesus, sorry, dude. Sorry for asking
Oh,
questions
God.
about Origin.
Jeez, I
Love
think it
Billy,
might be
by
a
the
little
way.
bit early for for that chat.
Listen,
Little bit premature.
You know that Tom and I are extremely perceptive and that we see things that others don't. And all we're saying is,
No,
it has surprised me legitimately, and I'm being honest here, it has surprised me as to how sour and prickly Billy has been at times, given the fact that he's won the last 2 series and game 1 in Sydney.
And that he's hot as fuck, and that he's got a great head of hair, and that
I
he's got a
think-
Hall of Fame career.
I think
And he's an immortal.
and he's an immortal.
Not yet,
Not
he
much
will
to be
be.
sour
it
about.
coincides with we like people at the top for a year or two, and then as soon as they get too big, like the Penrith Panthers, like the Storm, we start looking for reasons to not like them.
I don't not like Billy Slater. Let's have that on the public record. I love Billy.
It's a Freddie comes in, everyone loves Freddie. Everyone loves Freddie. He loses that one series, and then all of a sudden, everyone hates Freddie. Comes back, wins a record one. Still, we like people at the top, but not too long.
In fairness to Eddie and I, who are the Mr. Consistence of NRL content, we have been bagging out Billy Slater from the second he became the Queensland coach for being the bush poet. And he's still being the bush
No,
poet. He's
Bush
just
Poet
now
came
like-
in the second year.
He's now
Bush
just
Poet-
a sour puss.
Bush Poet came in at the end of the.
Well, I
the
think that was
second
probably
year.
because we just needed time in front of our eyes to see what we were seeing. You got to consume the visual.
All I'm saying is I'm worried about Bill because it seems like he's caught what fucking killed our beloved Freddie Fittler. Frederick Fittler, favourite son of the state, he caught it bad.
happy-go-lucky Freddie.
Remember how fucking happy he was at the start and to what happened to him?
As I said before this
unbelievable.
series started, your shelf life as an Origin coach is 2 to 3 years and get out because the media just fucking consumes you.
Unless your name's Mal Meninga.
But yeah, because he won all the time.
He's just happy-go-lucky. You
Back
know what I mean?
to friend of the show, Kalen Ponga. Eddie and I were having a discussion on the world famous punting podcast about even. in regards to, like, does Ponga have to come back and rip for Newcastle to get to make Origin? Because, like,
so.
Newcastle don't play well historically when he's in the side.
What?
So what he's saying, and it may have been poorly explained,
Okay, expand on that.
is that, and this is why I think the Raiders win this week, by the way, is that when Kalen Ponga, $1 million a year, very important to the side,
player.
got injured, everyone said, right, the brightest minds, all the journos, everyone rugby league media said the Knights can't win games now because they don't have Kalen Ponga. He's just too important to the side. They won 4 in a row. They've done fucking well without him. I think
They're
that
11th.
they won 4 in a row and they've won without him. They shouldn't have won any game.
You reckon they look anywhere near as good as they do with KP?
Well, they winning
weren't
games.
great with him to start the year. So it was more like just off this year. Obviously, they made the fucking like semi-final or something.
I'm not saying that Kalen doesn't make him a better side.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if I'm tracking rugby league properly, and I like to think that I am,
Yeah, okay.
I think that the guy who says they can't win without him, they win 4 in a row. I think when he comes back, they lose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
bet on the Raiders, basically.
I think Raiders are a special this week for that
it's
race.
contrarian. Everyone's saying that they're going to be so good with him, and you're going, no, actually, it's going to be the opposite.
It's the opposite, exactly.
Opposite day.
because everyone said they can't win without him.
So it's an
and then
opposite
they
day.
won 4.
Well, but it's almost more like you get this generational talent back into your side, and then there's a potential for, you know, to have a bit of Kalen fever. So, like, give the ball to Kalen. Kalen will do it. Will Price
Kalen will
there.
save us.
Price there, like, give me the ball. I'm this new hot young thing. And then it's like, is Price going to overcall Kalen? Is he going to go, shut the fuck up, I want the ball? Is Hastings going to be able to overcall Kalen? He might
Sometimes
try.
hot boys connect really well, and Price and Pong are both hot boys. They're on the same wavelength.
Look, that's a good point.
My
but
fear-
there's a fear.
My fear is that boys won't empty the tank because they go, well,
KP's
Kalen's
better.
here. Kalen's got it.
So it's not actually a
And
comment
I
on
think-
Kalen specifically. It's a comment on how players react to having, I guess, someone of such thrubbery on the side.
Because Kalen can only do so much, right?
Yeah.
And I think that in the past, the Knights have been guilty of going, give it to Kalen, he'll do something.
Could I counter your theory?
Would love
Yeah.
to hear it.
So at the same time
luck.
last year, basically around the same round, KP came back and they went on a run 10 games in a row. They won.
Yeah. Different seasons.
Yeah.
Definitely aware of that.
Yeah.
But
Are you sure it was last year? It's 2023.
Because last year you made a grand final and this year you're like 11th.
Yeah, okay. We are missing some key players.
Okay.
So
You
our
sold
squad is probably
some.
not as strong.
You sold some. That's not. That's
Sold some. This isn't English Premier League. You don't get any money.
Well, you sold Flegler. You sold Herbie
So
Farnworth.
I just would like to counter respectfully.
Yep.
Could they go and play even better footy like they did last year when he did come back?
Listen, they certainly could.
Of course they could.
There's
Anything's
a-
possible in this world. And I'm
a
happy to
world
come
that
on in
happens.
next week and go, you know what, I don't know anything in regards to rugby league. And
Hey, you
that
could be right.
that could well be true. I just get the feeling that at
know,
least when he first comes back,
Okay.
as in this weekend,
Yep.
I think they lose. I'm not talking about the back end of the season. They could start rolling and
We're really
humping.
in the back end.
But not yet.
We're 10 games to go.
Well, we're not in the back end until Origin's over.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think this is a loss.
If he does come back, Knights play shit, he's all right. But, like, Walsh goes down. Do you just pick him anyway?
If Walsh goes down,
So, I mean, you just pick him anyway?
100%.
What do you think he needs to do to get picked?
Just rip, really. Like Billy's all about the competitor. Like he's clearly, like, for example, you look at Fafita, who statistically arguably the best backer on the competition right now. But all the little things of competing, I guess Billy didn't see in him. And so he just wants to, if KP comes out and has like 15 to 20 runs, is really active, really involved in the game, I think that'll be enough to get him at least in the
I
squad.
tell you who didn't compete.
Who?
Queensland game 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they didn't compete at all. Yeah, it's interesting for someone who's got such a focus on competition and competing and habits and all that sort of shit. You didn't even fucking compete.
Has New South Wales been competing for the last 20 years or no?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but we don't get out in fucking press conference and talk about competing the whole time.
He didn't. I saw you about
Ubuntu
that.
and shit. You know what I mean? Like, we don't come and do that.
You know, your coaches have never spoken about competing in the last 20 years.
Don't think so, no.
That might be the problem.
Could
do,
be.
do you think David Fafita comes in?
I think so. I think
For who? Sua?
I think he probably.
Or could he come on the bench for like a Kafusi? Like, is that? I know they're not the same
I
necessarily.
think
but
he
like,
may have to find a spot for him just because he's so damaging. I don't. It's a tough one because I do think Kafusi really good defensively. Just depends what he's going for, really. If he's going for a bench that's experienced and is going to defend their asses off, then you keep Kaufusi. But I don't know. I think Fafita coming off the bench is a pretty scary prospect.
And you know that if he gets picked, he's going to be like, watch this cunt.
He's got a point to prove.
I actually don't. I'd be stoked if he doesn't get picked.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because I'd be terrified of him. Absolutely terrified.
There was even like...
He'll come out to make a point.
Just onto things south of the border, more New South Walesy. But on Matty John's show where he had Madge on, and I was like not even thinking this at all, but like Tommy Turbo's back, and then Matty's like, do you have to find a place for Tommy? I'm like, fuck, really? Jesus Christ. Like on the bench, he was saying. I'm like, Jesus.
I don't think so.
Stick with what you did game 2.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I love Thomas, and if he comes back and rips, I'll be happy as a Manly fan, but like, surely you don't change anything. Same with Nath.
I think the last thing...
Well, he ruled Nath out.
He said,
On that, yeah, he was like... And I think Nath ruled Nath out.
I think Tommy just needs to focus on club footy right now.
Yeah.
I think
100%.
Yeah, I don't think that he should be thinking about, playing in such an intense game in Origin when he's just tentatively getting back into...
Come back and win comps.
Potentially.
Come back and stay fit.
Just get through the season. That's a huge win, in my opinion, with Tommy, because we need him back in the game. It's Tommy
100%.
Turbo, Tommy Knocker, the T1.
Just go there and play footy.
Play
Tommy,
footy.
how long's it been since we've been able to really get into our Tommy rhetoric, our Tommy Knocker rhetoric,
Honestly,
our T1
it's been
stuff?
years.
We've
It
lost
feels like it's
25% of
years.
our fucking...
Content.
of our fucking yarn, because Tommy Knocker isn't out there.
Remember the T1? You used to have to hop on the T1, mate.
Get down to the coast.
Get up and down the fucking
People
coast.
driving on his cock.
Yeah, literally.
Now we can't even talk about
God,
it.
that feels like years ago.
Because it was years ago.
I tell you what,
It's been a long time since we got humped by, was it the Storm in that prelim?
It was South.
South?
Turbo's played 28 games in the last 3 years for Manly. So that means he's played 28 out of, 70?
Jesus. Yeah.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Eels coaching. Eels had a board meeting this week where they apparently landed on a coach, but no word of who it is yet. There has been absolutely no quotes from Lomax, but there's been rumours. He has some buyer's remorse given he signed under Brad Arthur, and there's no current coach at the moment. Names that have been thrown up: Dean Young, Hannay, Jason Riles, and Trent Barrett. I tell you what, if this Lomax thing isn't true, like, what a really easy thing to just throw up. Oh, he's having buyer's remorse. Like, how do you prove?
And do you mean just like if you're looking for a story to write?
Yeah,
easy to throw up? Or
What?
if you're like...
This sounds fucking like complete horseshit to
just
me.
throwing it up?
But it is also, if you're Zach, it's also, and you are having buyer's remorse, the whole like, well, I actually signed on a Brad Arthur thing is a very easy thing to throw up. And maybe it is like a huge issue as a player. Like, obviously, I mean, again, shock or horror, didn't play fucking professionally here, but like, how much, or what, or I've got someone I can ask. What percentage of like coach to playing roster? If you're like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously you want to play under a good coach, but if you've got a good playing roster and a coach who, Brad Arthur is a good coach, not an all-timer, he goes, does that change anything drastically?
I don't think. Like, the only thing that sometimes that's used as an excuse for other things that you're not happy with. Because like Brad Arthur, although he's a good coach, we're not talking like Wayne Bennett here. Like, you know, the reason why, Lomax has said that he's leaving the Dragons is just like for a different opportunity, fresh start, all that. It wasn't, to be specifically coached under Brad Arthur. It wasn't working at the Dragons. It's working now, but it wasn't working. Like when the
could
decision
you
was
understand then if he's a bit like, oh Jesus, the Eels are coming last or about there, and the Dragons are starting to like players are starting to find form. Flano's
I think you made
good.
the decision. You made a decision. I don't think to suggest that Brad Arthur was a sure thing at the Eels heading into this year is pretty silly. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think anyone was like he's definitely getting sacked. But this guy, like, he could like make a prelim and then we talk about him getting sacked. Last year they didn't make the finals. So to suggest that he was this locked in coach at the Eels going forward and you were just so I don't think so.
And is this like generational coach that everyone wants to play under?
Yeah. I think it's just a bit of media buzz. Maybe there are a bit of regret from Lomax's perspective of he could probably garner $900,000 a year at the moment. Maybe even higher than that.
And he's at 6 or something, like reported for the
Reportedly.
Eels, right?
So maybe there is a bit like shit. Like I've signed for massive unders. My value has skyrocketed since I signed. Maybe that's a situation, but I think, look, you signed a deal. Unfortunately.
Is he the best winger in the competition right now, or is that still Toto? But like
I think
there or
it's
thereabouts?
I think it's still Toto, but he's form-wise, absolutely. Form-wise, like one of the best wingers of the comp. But Toto is one of the greatest wingers of all time. And I will not hear any anything else about it.
The PCM King is fucking unbelievable.
He's
Now,
so consistent.
Who do you think they're going to hire here? Do you know? Have you heard any whispers?
I reckon
on the
Riles. I haven't heard
news?
any whispers. I think the genuine, what I have heard is it's genuinely between Riles and Hannay.
So it's
Now-
a cock off.
It's a cock off.
Well,
it's a
the
good
Riles
old-fashioned
wins the cock off if we're talking literal feet, inches, girth.
Well, if he
density.
wins, then you know what you know.
Yeah, you know
what.
what metric they were selecting.
That's right.
on.
It's a good old fashioned cock
His
off.
is undefeated.
I
from
do
what
think that
hear.
boards tend to overcomplicate things, looking in at like records and coaching ability, when the tried and true PowerPoints doesn't necessarily translate into results. You know what it does? A good old fashioned cock off.
Yeah, a good old fashioned flopping a penis onto a boardroom table and just hearing the sound of it. Like, what's that?
Works for millennia.
Yeah, the acoustics.
Unfurl that thing and let me have a look.
I actually don't mind Dean Young getting tossed up because he is old school. He'll make them tough as anything. Any leader of men.
I don't want to sound like I'm being negative here, and because I'm not. But
You're not a negative guy.
I'm not a negative guy.
You're not
I'm
negative.
Captain Positivity.
Never
but
heard you be negative.
No, fuck
Ever.
no, never.
Me neither.
If I'm an Eels fan and I'm looking at those four coaches, and I'm like the Eels, right? One of the biggest clubs in the competition. We fucked off Brad Arthur to get Wayne Bennett in this like frantic last minute thing that we shit the bed on. And then you see those four who are highly touted but untested. Are
One
you
with a
in
huge penis.
one with an absolutely immense, breathtaking, jaw to the floor sort of a penis in Jason Riles?
Tour kind of stuff.
Hock Tour, you need more than just a mouthful of spit for that thing. Gross.
Shit. That's so uncouth.
Are you that excited? Are you a bit more like, were we better off with just Brad Arthur at this point? Is there a world where you're a little like...
I think like a guy, especially like Hannay's been a part of Origin for a while now. He's done his like those two guys. Just because they don't have as much, like Serraldo and Webster. Webster was really quiet, but Serraldo had the greatest manager of all time, just ginning up hype around him. But you can look at the other guys' resumes, and obviously they're not as good as Serraldo's, but you couldn't ask them much more on an assistant coach's resume to become a head coach than Riles and Hannay. Riles has been with the Roosters. He was touted as Storm were going to have him. Put it this way, if Storm were saying, you're the next guy up after Bellamy, that must mean he's got something about him.
Yeah, except Bellamy's just like, I'm never retiring.
Bellamy just said,
Bellamy is like one of the great gaslighters of all time. He's like, I'm leaving, I'm out. Oh, I'm so over this, I'm done. Riles like, yes. And then it just comes out the
Imagine
next day,
how
he's
many
re-signed. He's
times-
like, what the fuck, dude?
Imagine how many times Riles has gone home to his wife being like, he's leaving.
Yeah.
Like, this is my time.
Yeah.
Unpack the car, we're not going anywhere.
And how many
sweetheart.
times had to go back home going, yeah, he's going again. He's going around again. This guy's addicted to it.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. So, I think I don't mind. Yeah, Riles or Hannah, I think would do a job. All right, our rugby players have been green-lit. Mark Nawanga Nituase
Nailed it.
has signed onto the
Nice,
Roosters top
mate.
30 squad for the rest of 2024, and he will join the club after the Paris Olympics. And Carter, how do you say that? Gordon. Gordon. Get that right?
Is that right?
I don't know if I think the G's silent. I think it's Auden.
Auden.
Yeah.
Carter Auden.
And actually, the D might be silent. It might be Oron. But look, we actually have a bone to pick
French?
with you about your treatment of Carter, and it is. I mean, the bone was picked on the Hello Sport podcast, currently out, but
With me?
Yes.
yeah, with you.
With you.
What
With
did,
you.
what did I do?
Well, why don't you just listen?
You go to Bloke in a Bar Instagram, whenever there's a new player or a player signed with a new club and, they're photographed in the training kit, you will always see on the Bloke Instagram, first image of insert player in Titans kit. Now, you have got Carter Oren here, and you've got him as first image in Titans kit. Now, we went to the Titans Instagram and found that it was not the first, it was the second, and you picked, of the four that they shared, the most gawpy, gangly, awkward photo of that gentleman in Titans kit, when you could have got him biceps fucking pumping, he's throwing a ball.
There were manlier photos.
That was an intentional decision. You're death riding poor old Carter there. Why?
Okay.
Why, Denon?
Look, you can apologise before I give my answer, or you can wait till I give my answer and apologise.
I'm not going to apologise.
It's Matty was the one that chose that. I was actually not involved in that post at all.
So you've thrown Matty under the bus.
Not really. Like, he literally chose it.
But I picked it because the Titans just posted it, and I didn't want to be dogged to the Titans and pick the photo that they picked first. So I was like, I'll just pick the second one.
Take engagement.
But
You couldn't pick the third or the
or the
fourth?
fourth or the fifth.
Can I say, if you look at the time, it was 2:59 I posted that, and we had another post going up at 3, so I had to really be quick here.
So just a lesson for there's always reasons for what we do here at Bloke. There's always reasons.
That's disgraceful, dude.
Also, I blame the Titans. They posted it as well.
They did post it, but they didn't post it first with the caption "first photo of."
How many followers the Titans Instagram got? Like, is it?
Wouldn't be 200,000.
Well, I mean,
wouldn't
I
be
guess-
200 and fucking.
Surely
Do I
not,
get
right?
any sort of like? I feel like that was directed at me.
Responsibility.
No,
the
it starts at the head of the snake,
Exactly.
mate.
Responsibility starts and ends with you.
Oh, okay.
Like, you really shouldn't even have passed that on to Matty. How many followers? They got 176. They're nowhere near you. They're nowhere near you. So, like, the responsibility on you.
Isn't that more
is
reason
to-
not to steal their engagement by posting not the favourite pick?
They had 4 photos up there, Dan, and you could have picked the other one. You need to go.
I didn't pick it.
No, but you need to stand up here in front of the people and go, you know what? Hand up. Me being bloke,
Can I be
am
honest?
the front
I feel
of
like
bloke.
you're objectifying him.
The photo you picked made
Yeah.
him look like he had webbed feet.
Yeah, he did.
That's unfair. That's
He
really
looked
unfair
like
on Carter.
No, it's not, dude.
That's unfair. I think he looked normal. Looked fine.
So that's a great shot, everyone.
Look at that.
Beautiful action
Manly.
shot. What are we doing?
Yeah, look.
What, he doesn't even look like he's walking correctly. He's like same arm, same leg sort of stuff.
I mean, I feel like you're shooting the messenger here. Titans put that up. They put it up.
Listen, you could have done better.
Well, I'm glad we sorted that out.
But it's cool though. Like, I like that they're coming in. Like,
I tell you what, though, have you read what I think? Is it NRL? Was it Vlandis that said this? That the clubs can start going for union players and they get salary cap compensation.
I don't like it, but I like the thought behind it.
I like it in the
They're
sense
putting
of
they're putting the boot in.
Oh,
They
you
are
see what-
putting the fucking boot in.
See what the Warriors CEO
He said, I'll
said?
send people to rugby.
Yeah, for a week.
Immediately. For a week, and then bring them back. Like, you could go, all right, get a junior, go play rugby for 2 years, and then when you start hitting your prime, come back.
didn't even think of that. That's dastardly.
That's smart.
That's what rugby leagues do. We find loopholes in everything.
We love a loophole.
We
in
love
rugby
loopholes.
league. We love. See, I'm sitting here going, "Oh, they're just going to kill the sport." Nah,
We can actually keep it alive with our juniors and then just bring it back.
Have like
and just
literally
and not have to pay for it.
like your whole under-19 side for some reason goes and plays rugby for a year.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're the Panthers, that's what you start doing. You have them all playing for the Emus out there because all their talent, all their local talent, gets stolen.
Just
Not
getting back
anymore.
for $0.
I don't mind it. That's actually smart from the Warriors guy. It's fucking genius. Mark Nawangani is a fucking throbber. I think he's going to kill it. Carter
He's
Gordon
rigged.
I don't
He's
understand.
rigged out of his mind.
Is he really? I'd
I
like
got
to
sent a
have a
picture.
No, remember we
Hander.
stood. We couldn't see his shirt.
We didn't have his shirt
shirtless.
off.
No, he didn't.
I want to see what he's working
What he's
with.
working with.
He's working with like a looks like he's a Greek statue that's been carved out the front of the Colosseum.
Oh, fair
I mean,
dinkum.
not Greek, Italian.
Is that right?
In terms of players they've let go like that, Carter Gordon is a good player. Like, again, I'm speaking from like the little bit of rugby that I still consume. He was obviously at 5'8" for the Wallabies and shit, but like Mark is like one of those ones where you're like, you got Suoliti, but you let go of like another one of your great fucking players to go to rugby union.
Just depends though, because no one get into our say he is not a half.
No.
Whereas Carter, if he does play half, you know the effect you can have as a half. Is
Oh fuck
substantially.
yeah! No, if he rips, if Carter rips, it'll be huge.
I tell you what, he might use that picture on his bedroom, going like that could be his motivation.
And then you would take responsibility for it.
Matty would say, I'd say, you know what, Matty, you're responsible for the Gold Coast Titans potentially playing finals, winning a premiership by posting that on a larger platform. Than
Do you
the
reckon
Titans.
Do you reckon either of them will play this year? Mark potentially outside back, a little easier
There'd
to
have to be some
transfer.
injuries.
It'd have to be it'd be super risky just to go boom in the NRL. It just depends.
Has he played much league, if any?
That's the question.
Don't
Like if
know.
he played a lot, growing
Carter
up,
never has, I don't think.
Yeah. I don't think
I
Carter
would be
will in the
shocked.
halves. I don't think Carter will in the halves. Outside back, maybe, but it's
Throwing someone into like a new sport at the point in the
NRL.
season when the fucking Roosters are flying would be a huge.
What about if you're just like playing the Tigers or something?
Oh, the Tigers. Well, they don't count, do they?
Yeah, no. Carter Gordon might even play if they're playing the Tigers. Start him at 7.
Alrighty, boys. Time for some tips.
You don't
Want to be insulting?
want
I don't want to insult any NRL teams. No.
Okay. Well, we cut from a different cloth, I suppose.
Okay. Eels 227. Rabbitohs $1.64. What are you going, boys?
I think the Rabbitohs. Well, this is
Yeah.
going to sound like I'm a Dan and Camp and I can't get off the fence. I think the Rabbitohs will win, but I can see a world where the Eels win.
I'm going to say the same thing.
I actually got a multi. I think it's Johnson to score 2 or more tries, Moses anytime, and Rabbitohs head-to-head.
Moses couldn't have done more to win that game for him on the weekend.
Did he score 2 tries?
He scored 2 tries. He could not have done more. That guy was on one of the great heaters of all time, and they just still
No one wanted to go with him. No one wanted to go with him. It's insulting to the man.
Sharkies versus the Titans. Who you going?
Oof, Titans are blown out. I'm Titans.
Sharks apparently have a great record at Coffs Harbour, which is where they're playing.
Titans, I mean, like, the Sharks are, I feel like they're just in a poo slump. Like, I can't say with any confidence that the Titans will win.
I think they'll win.
The Doggies are better than people give them credit. Like,
Oh, no, I agree.
fifth.
I agree.
No, I think Sharks.
There's just something about the Sharks when I get a vibe sometimes. When
You get
I'm
a poo
like-
slump vibe.
I get a poo slump.
Poo
Just
vibe.
a little bit like they're just overwhelmed.
I think you get a bounce back this week from the Sharks.
I hope not.
They're 3 from 3 at the venue, and 2 of them were against the Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said bounce back.
Well, actually, I've actually taken the Titans just with the start anyway. So
You got to remember, they're playing at Coffs International Stadium, mate. They love the International Stadium.
it is a
mate.
phenomenal international stadium. The Coffs International.
Just doesn't get
Stadium.
any international.
What's the difference
fixtures.
between a national and an international stadium? Can you not play international games at a national stadium?
I don't think so.
Hey, listen, I've got no idea. I'd like someone from the Coffs Harbour Council to come out and just sort of clarify why the fuck it's called an international
With a
stadium.
press conference, we need a presser, don't we?
No, I want a
The,
presser.
Because they're playing a national sport at an
CHIS.
international
I
stadium.
want a presser.
Yeah.
Well, fun fact, that stadium actually holds the record for most goals in an international game. Socceroos beat Samoa there 31-0.
So
made a
is that
movie
why
about
they
it.
called it the international?
Maybe.
Maybe that's why they called it the international stadium.
Which is fair. It's a
31-0. I remember that.
Oh, my God. Broncos, Panthers.
Panthers. Sorry, man.
Bulldogs, Warriors.
Dogs.
Warriors.
Really?
Yeah. Again, I'm taking the Lions in all these games this week, so it's a little different. But like, I don't mind the Warriors when they seem to like find
True.
something.
True.
Okay. Tigers,
Tigers
Storm.
have come in a fuckload.
They have.
They were
haven't
$4 yesterday.
Yeah.
Now they're 3.18. Tigers, I like the Tigers.
Really?
Yes.
Apparently, Paps and Farlogo might
Paps.
be out.
Both
They're in,
out?
they're in doubt. They're both
Harry
in doubt.
Grant out, Pappenhausen potentially, following potentially. The
And
Storms,
the Storms record like it's
5 from their 13
going
games,
Storm.
raining.
Gone Storm.
I'm just taking.
I reckon the Tigers win this game.
Dude, the line's 13.5. So you just take the Tigers.
The
at
line's
the
Pound that.
Okay, it'd be a big call if they do. Eddie, noted. Eddie back to Tigers. The Cowboys.
I want to add on the public record, which it is Seagulls win.
famous win here.
Seagulls win.
Do you know what the biggest, the easiest bet of the weekend is? Tom Trebojevic anytime, $2 something.
Yeah, I got that in.
$2.15.
I got that in a multi.
Anytime.
It's just like if you're going to give money away, I'll take it.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you're going to give it out, if you're going to hand it out at the markets, I will take it.
Okay. Roosters, Dragons.
Roosters,
Yeah.
Raiders, Knights.
Raiders.
I have to be on.
I've been over
Because
it.
you're mad if you picked the Knights. I tell you, it's two big calls. Tigers, Raiders. You could come out of this weekend looking like the fucking man.
Yeah, and then you'll all be on your fucking knees. mate.
Hawk Tuan.
Yeah, Hawk Tuan, the greatness of me. You going to Hawk Tuan greatness come
You should
Monday?
have a Hawk Tour bet on the show you about even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
know
what bet would you spit on that?
Well, if you get these right, you get to name it each week. Like, get on your knees,
Eddie's hot
boys.
tour bet of the week.
Yeah.
yeah, if they get
If they get up, yeah.
Fucking
It's, Guru's fucking killing it at the moment.
he's going
Guru's
well.
fucking.
He's caught fire. the
He's
big
caught
root.
fire. A bit of
Yeah.
a slow
Fire.
start, the big fella, and then he
Very slow start. I don't think he'd bet before.
And now he's starting a hawk tour himself. Like he's feeling himself at the
really
top.
because our tipping he doesn't. He's very middle of the road.
I think
Yeah.
he's pulled a couple of big ones out of his ass, and then now he's like got
a couple
this
of big
lead.
units, like a couple of big, like he's put four try scorers together. He's hit that 3 times. This
Is it
season.
embarrassing that he's come on his show and he's fucking used both at the same time?
Well, like
Well,
he's
it's
called
slow
the
start.
rugby league guru, so I was a little bit like, if you're not going to be good, it'll actually look way worse. Oh, well, he's kind of in a no-win situation. If he's shit, it's like, aren't you the rugby league guy? But if he's winning, it's like, well. he's
but
the
in your
rugby
own
league guy.
studio, he's walked in and just said, "Here's my
Listen,
Hulk.
the
Thanks for
season's
coming."
not over
Yeah,
yet,
it's
mate.
we're still going.
There's plenty of time left.
Would it be embarrassing though if by got the end of the year he's just fucked his both?
Yeah,
Yeah, look.
I'd be over it. I'd be disappointed. It's not going to happen though.
No.
Okay. I'm back in the ruin.
Oh, fuck you, mate.
That is us done dusted. Don't forget, Monday, July 22nd, 6 p.m. New sprays, new hoodies, new shirts. Get some good day India guts.
Yep. Live stream tonight. Eels are playing
Rabbitohs.
Timmy Williams joining us.
The great
and
Timmy
powerful
Williams.
Timmy Williams.
Great and powerful Timmy. Knows rugby league, that bloke.
He
Yeah.
does.
Alrighty, that's us done dusted. We'll go and fuck ourselves. Thank you.
Bye.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.